The summer flowers are slowly coming. Marigolds are now in full bloom with many more flowers coming. You can see a lot of buds. And I love marigolds because they are really easy to propagate and really easy to grow. Once you have marigolds, you have seeds for the rest of your life. And then you just water them. Our geraniums look quite good this year, I think. I've had some problems propagating them the last 2 years. And so last year I had to buy some more from store because I didn't have enough. But this year, all of these are propagated from our flowers from last year. And we have just enough. Here we have more and different colors as well. So you can see different kind of pink and red. And yeah, they seem to be doing well. Zinnias are also starting. We have 2 different kinds. These are the ones with small flowers. They are only starting, so at the moment there are only a few flowers, but there should be way more, and each flower always creates shrubs or something with more flowers, and they should continue to bloom until the end of the season, basically, when the frosts come. A plum has just fallen on me. We usually pick plums of this tree from the ground. We don't crawl up on the tree, we just wait for the plums to fall down, which is much easier, and then we know that they are ripe. It looks like a nice amount on this tree, considering the spring frosts in April, but last year there were way more. It was even too much for the tree to handle.
Yeah.
But this year, this branch is not even on the ground.
Yeah. Last year, the branches were breaking under the weight of the fruits. It was so full, the tree was it was totally full.
This looks like the right amount for the tree, for the good of the tree.
No. This is just a modest amount. Average would be higher, but we are still glad there is something.
Yeah. Peter was already picking some plums earlier today. So you can see quite a lot of them fell down, and these are the good ones that we sorted. So I'm looking forward to them because I know they are delicious.
They are amazing.
And begonias are now blooming as well. We have these pretty yellow ones and white ones with the big flowers. The red ones are the smaller kind, but still pretty, I think.
Very cute.
And on the second window we have a red, this should be pink, and salmon.
Salmon, Yeah. It is totally salmon.
Yeah.
Very pretty, yeah. I like begonias. They are a nice decoration here on our windows.
I like all flowers that keep blooming for months.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though you have to pre-grow them quite early, you have to start in February already.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Petunias is another kind of flowers that we grow every year, but this year for the first time we have all petunias from seed that I grew from last year. Previous years we always got some from our neighbors, which was nice. So this year they were a little bit late than usual, but I'm happy that I finally learned how to grow them.
Yeah, they look strong and big.
Yeah. Here another kind of geranium, it's the crawling kind. So I like having it here in this hanging pot.
Yeah.
This is the second kind of the zinnias that haven't started yet. But this one is beautiful, this hibiscus.
Yeah.
With a lot of flowers.
And a lot of them are still coming, so sadly it's not all of them at once.
Well, not sadly, that's fortunate because then it's not over in 5 days.
Oh yeah, that's true. And here is another one. This one blooms only in some years when I remove the conifer branches from here.
Yeah, this is the unwanted child. We actually wanted to destroy it. I don't know if 1 year you didn't completely chop it off.
Yeah, almost. But it wants to be here, so now we kinda like it, and the flowers, of course, are very beautiful.
Yeah. Nothing.
My parents came for a visit and here we are with my mom in the kitchen and we are making something very, very delicious. Hopefully this will be a success and we'll be able to show you then when it's done. So wish us luck. So this is called a langoš and it originates in Hungary, but it's very popular also in Slovakia and the Czech Republic and maybe in some other Central European countries. It's a total success. It's wow, looks amazing how it should look. And basically it's a deep fried dough, like you make a pancake or something out of the dough or a flatbread or something and then you fry it in oil and it's still very fluffy and soft inside. You put garlic, minced garlic on top and then you can use ketchup or sour cream or tartar sauce and cheese and it's amazing, so yummy. Looking forward to this a lot. It's a mess when we are eating here because like it's the best when it's warm and Tommy has to work, it's a work day, so we are not here all at the same time, but yeah, we are still enjoying this very much. Wow, so good. Je to dobré. Mňam, it's very good. Wow, but our garlic is very strong, so we have to be careful with the amount. My mom understands a bit of English. Langoš or langoše, that's plural. They often sell them as like fast food on when there is an event outside, various markets, and yeah, it's very popular, quite common, and homemade are absolutely amazing. Love it. It's a yeast dough, that's why it's so fluffy. The dough was rising and it's like really soft and fluffy. And everybody likes something different on top of langoš. So usually you don't use all the things. I like sour cream. Tommy, for example, is used to tartar sauce on top of langoš. And ketchup is very common. And the garlic, it has to be there. That's the first layer. And yeah, cheese on top. And it's just wow. I am fancy today. This is a feast, so I am using more things. And I am totally in a positive shock because it's so good. So good. We haven't had this, me and Tommy, for many years, even though it's so common. I don't know. It's also getting expensive on the events, so making it at home, it's just great. I was picking blueberries. This is the first batch. There are still quite a lot of berries on the shrubs because they get ripe gradually. This is heavy, it's a big bowl, so that's very nice. I am happy with this, even though this year the berries are smaller than previous years. We water the shrubs whenever possible, but it's still it's different to when the weather is wetter. So yeah, that's how it is this year, but it's still very great with blueberries. This corner is crazy. These are our blackberries and they are full of fruits. Like, we will need a ladder for some of them to be able to pick them. I think this might be the biggest amount of blackberries here. Like, it continues this way, it's everywhere. Here and here there are more branches, just to show you the hugeness of this shrub. It's an old one, but yeah, it looks so cool. And some of them are getting ripe already. Come take a look. It's amazing, but it's better to wait for a while because then they are sweeter, but not too long. So yeah, we'll see about the birds and everything. I can hear starlings. There are huge flocks still, and it seems like the flocks are getting bigger and bigger, and wow, there are thousands of them everywhere, and they like jumping in our garden and searching for many delicacies here. So I don't know if they like blackberries, but they probably like everything. So we will start picking this. And what's interesting is that we don't water these blackberries at all. They are close to the barn, so maybe there is still some moisture, like in the cracks close to the wall by the stones or something, because it's so dry. I would expect the fruits to be small and like shriveled or something, but no, they look absolutely beautiful.
Here you have some of those zinnias from the second kind with bigger flowers. So they look more majestic when you compare it with the small flowers, because here I planted both kinds together randomly. So those are really pretty, and there are more coming as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of them in the other place in the yard. It will be majestic.
Yeah, and it's always fun to see which colors show up.
Yeah, I never know because I plant the seeds randomly from last year, so it's all mixed together, you know, and then I'm afraid in the spring that when I single them out, I will keep only one color.
Yeah.
But so far it's working out quite well.
Okay.
Let's check out the flower island to see how it's going since I transformed it. The answer is it's going well.
Yeah.
Some of the new flowers are still growing and haven't started blooming yet. So I'm still waiting and excited to see them. I planted some more zinnias here because I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't want to throw them out. So they are starting as well, so that could be pretty as well. The echinaceas are flowering now fully, so that's pretty as well, attracting a lot of pollinators. And here we have some new stuff because Peter's mom was here and she always brings a lot of work to our property. So I was planting, but I'm so happy how it turned out because I had more space here and I wanted to fill it with something because I'm trying to prevent grass from coming back. So I want to create competition. And these are all the pretty flowers that Peter's mom brought to us. So we have more echinaceas of different colors. I really hope that these will survive the winter and will come back because I love them. And these, I have no idea what they're called in English or in Czech, but they're really pretty and they just bright up the place.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy is our flower guy, gardener, concentrating on flowers.
I remember when we started planting here, Peter told me not to waste money on flowers. He doesn't want any flowers, he only wants trees and shrubs. But then I didn't listen to him and I planted some first flowers and he loved it so much that he changed his mind and now he allows me to spend money on flowers.
Those were the beginnings. I was a silly goose.
And these are also new from Peter's mom. I also don't remember the name. And I think they have already finished flowering, or they are finishing. But we'll see if they survive, then next year we'll be able to enjoy them from the start.
Yeah, and it was a nice purple flower, and I think purple goes very well with these yellow ones.
With the yarrow?
Yellow yarrow, a special one. These ones are very big, prominent here, but also the stems are so long that it's mostly lying on the ground.
I don't like how messy it is, so I was thinking that next year I would put some kind of support around it to keep it more compact.
Okay,
but we'll see. There are usually these ideas and then you have no time for it.
Yeah. And these lupins are still in bloom.
Which is very interesting because I think they are long past its time. But because they are new, then they are only starting now.
Yeah, they are confused or something. It looks beautiful here, totally. I love this area.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
And here in the back of the garden we have some more summer flowers. Here we have blue globe thistle. Those do really well here. We have more of them and they have a lot of honeybees at the moment.
That's great.
Yeah. They don't need much water, I think. They like dry weather, which is perfect for this year.
Yeah, this year they must be happy.
Yeah. This is called elecampane. They grow quite tall, which is good for us because they are not overgrown by grass, so I don't have to take care of them. And the seeds seem to spread, and so I see they are growing here in the surroundings. But I usually mow them, so I haven't seen them flower here yet. But I try to keep them to get stronger. Maybe eventually they will grow up. We'll see.
Maybe.
And this one, we saw it also in nature. It's called hemp agrimony in English. And yeah, they seem to be spreading as well, or at least they get stronger every year, which I like, and also quite tall. But they're quite close to the shrubs, so eventually they might be overrun by the shrubs. We'll see. So it's good for them to spread somewhere else to survive.
But these are sea buckthorns and they don't spread that well, so I think it will be okay here. I already picked all the berries from here and I picked more than 2 kilograms of sea buckthorns, which is amazing. I was happy with this year's harvest.
The birch trees are already so tall. Crazy.
Wow.
They grow really fast.
Yeah.
And the artichoke has 2 flowers, which are, I guess, getting ready. I have no idea. I've never heard of it before, so I don't know how it's harvested and prepared, but I'm sure Peter already knows what to do with it.
No, sadly I don't, but they look very cool. So even this one had problems, but I think it's getting better. So we'll see. But this garden bed is really the sunflowers they add to the atmosphere of these garden beds.
And they have so many flowers, it's crazy.
Yeah. And they are so fast. It's always like there are new shrubs or something or trees.
Yeah.
So cool.
They make it look very full.
Yeah. Full and fast. That's what I like.
Dahlias are slowly starting as well, although this year you can see that the plants are smaller. I feel like last year they were something like this tall, maybe even more.
They are always very tall.
And I water them because it doesn't rain ever, but I guess it's not enough.
Yeah.
So this year they will be smaller, but that's okay.
Yeah, smaller, but still like flowers are getting ready, so it will be cuter.
I see on the other plants also buds are appearing, so maybe in a couple of weeks all of them will be flowering.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The flowers are still coming, so it will be lovely. The melons are getting bigger, which is great. They are the best when we compare it to previous years. This is the biggest we've ever seen.
It's only the second year we're growing them, but yeah, last year we only had like a mini melon that wasn't ripe.
Okay, I remember something from 2 years ago as well. So I'm confused probably. Okay, so this plant is from my mom. And yeah, I love it. They are mini melons or something, so they won't be huge. And we are curious about them. We'll see. And this plant, this one was planted by Tommy, and it's smaller.
But it has bigger leaves, right? So it would be probably normal-sized melons.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
And we're talking about watermelons, by the way.
Yes. And another heat wave is coming, and they love hot weather, I think. So maybe this will be a growth explosion, but we need to water them from time to time. And there is one more plant. Tommy was saying that he didn't want to throw this one out.
I felt sorry for it.
Yes, so it has a chance here.
Thrive.
Probably nothing will come out of it, but yeah, it's here. Look at this beauty. I picked more plums from the tree here in our yard and I made a tart. I love these tarts or pies or whatever they are. You can use a lot of fruits and they are all delicious. The best, I would say, is a peach tart, but we have no peaches this year because of late spring frosts. And also a blueberry one is amazing. And this plum one is up there in the top 3, I would say. So yeah, this will be the breakfast now, and I'm looking forward to it, and Tommy as well, but he's working, so I'm just filming here alone. I wanted to brag about this, that it's amazing.